All right, I think we're going. I'm gonna be real, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm trying to remember how to do it. We'll get to it in a second here. Okay, so this is one of the shots we're working on. The animation looks like so. And basically my challenge has been taking the style frame compositing, which is this, and turning it into something that is all aliased lines and all cell work. I've got this black, well, it will be black eventually. I've got this goop stuff that's all sorted. I will pull up the After Effects view here so people can see that. Oh, of course. I will not pull up the After Effects view because After Effects has that weird thing with Windows. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, we're turning it into this, and to do that, it's this, which is just a lot of masks and feathers. And we might get to that at some point, but for now I'm just going to be doing it for the skin and the hair, and we can go into After Effects and figure out the compositing for that when we get there. So the big thing here is just having, yeah, I'm gonna hide all these because we've already figured that out. Just doing the hair for now. There it is. There it is. We're gonna leave the skin because it's gonna be a lot harder. And I'm gonna have to make some much more intentional decisions on that. We'll get there when we get there. So for now, she'll just be gray. Oof, stream quality not great, it seems. Yeah, I don't know if there's a ton I can do about that for now. Thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna try to sort that out later. I think it's a Wi-Fi issue though. Okay, let us see here. So I'll turn the eyes off. They're beautiful, but they're distracting. So this is for skin. We'll turn that off. Okay, fortunately there are some hard elements. So all of these are hard elements, and this big this big guy here. So pretty much the soft feathery elements, which is this is what becomes of the soft feathery elements. Those are pretty contained, fortunately. Now I believe if we turn all of this off except for, yeah, okay. So this is the soft part, and honestly this doesn't look too bad. What we have to do is basically take the parts that feather and draw big lines around them, right? So we can create a solid shape and then Gaussian blur it out. So this shouldn't be too hard here. Where'd that go? There. And let me know if the music is too loud or anything like that. So let's just do some rough lines here. I see that, and I think I'm gonna want to feather that out down there. That for sure. This, and you can see like this color and this color are obviously really different. And I believe that it was, oof, this kind of feels like 2 here, honestly. I really don't like that at all, but I want to try to stay as faithful as possible, so we might do 2 there. Like this area here, it's not just transparency. It was, this is like a you see it was an airbrush for that color. It's not just transparency, and that is harder. So I guess, oof, that's real rough. I think basically what I'm seeing is like that, maybe. And then these guys go on top of it. You know, I'm gonna import the style frame just so people know what the heck I'm looking at here. Great. So this is what we're trying to create. And we've done this black part. We've done the goop already. But can I want to have this smaller here. Okay, perfect. So this is just for a reminder of what we're looking at there. Wait, this is for the wrong, it's for the wrong thing. Okay, perfect. Honestly, this looks a lot simpler. This is solid, or solid enough. Yep, solid. This part is solid here. This part. These are solid. This is solid. This is solid. Cool. So I think it's just that, honestly, which is way, way easier than the hand was. I think there are going to be much fewer. Although actually, I want to change this slightly. Silksong is out. Very exciting. So this is just going to be a really, really soft feather along here, just to give it some Yep. Just to try to match the reference here. Okay. Oh, whoops. Yeah, reading the chat. Things have been good. I got really busy, as you might have guessed, and I haven't really worked on this project since the last time we we streamed here. But yeah, things are pretty good now. Just trying to get back into it. All right, these are always really messed up. So let's bring these in and then reshape them here. Oof. I don't remember where any of this is supposed to go. Oh. Probably about there, huh? Wait, I don't need that. Okay, that's nice. Ooh, and I don't need that either. Love it. Cool. So it's pretty much just the red at the end here, and then this, like, kind of gray up there. That is very neat. Don't need that, don't need that. This is kind of the wrong size. I don't remember how I did this before. I think I might just copy these layers and paste them into the actual document. You, not you. You. And you. I think that's it. Let's see where it went. Aha. Oh. Perfect. Goodness gracious. Good luck with work. Thanks for stopping in. do some file management here, organization. I'm trying to remember how I did this. I think since these are the colors we're going to use, I can just pick right from here, which is nice. Okay, too big, perfect. Remember, we're drawing with an aliased line here so that everything can be keyed out later, which is extremely important with this step. Or with the next step, I should say. Wrap this around under there. Close that up. Great. I believe that's that. I know it's completely not. Drawn in the lines, that's fine. I would not pass kindergarten. Okay, now we're going to do this big line here. And again, I think we can just pull right from the color on this. We'll do it underneath. The nice part about this line is it's flat. It's just straight, you know. We're not worrying about the volume of the hair, which is really nice. It's pretty good. I have kind of a crazy paint bucket right now. It's not really sure what to color and what to not color, so we'll have to clean up some of this manually, but that's okay. Yeah, like this stuff. Actually, I'm gonna do that the other way. Okay. Paint bucket again, and the nice thing about the CSP paint bucket is you can just do this and it does it like so. It's great. I think this is filled and this over here. Look at this. Bop. Bop. Oh, I love this paint bucket. I've got way too much on though. Maybe I should clean it up later. Okay, what are we looking at? I think all of this, yeah. All of this down here is shadow. So we'll do that. How about we do with this stuff off? Yeah, that looks a lot better. Bam. Bam. Alright, that looks good for the shadow part of the hair, I believe. If I'm missing a section, I will find it later. So we'll move on for now. And I know I've not done a great job of painting inside the lines, but that's okay too. Actually, I'm just going to redo this because that is particularly bad. Cool. Much better. Alrighty. We're getting pretty close here. There is this color, right, which I believe is different than... Yeah, let's get this off for now. I believe it's different than the base color. Yeah, okay, so that's a little bit frustrating. Just a bit. Oof, okay. And I'm noticing this down there. Oops, well, okay, hold on. I guess I should do that. I'm just noticing this down there. And I want to make a note of that. Just a wee bit of shading down there. It's probably not necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. Bam. People are wondering what the red is for. It's for feathering and masking, which we will do in After Effects later on. Actually, I've already done it for the hand. I would show you, but OBS and After Effects don't get along super well. So it'll be something we focus on in a later stream probably. For now, we're trying to do the hair. Okay, honestly, I think this is going to be pretty straightforward, actually. I think it'll be a matter of doing... What did I grab? What is this? Doing this, right? Like just trying to pick the center color there. And then doing that all throughout... Actually, maybe just for the whole hair. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna do it for the whole hair. And we'll go back later. For the whole hair that needs it, I should say. Like we've got this down there. That's just a straight up different color. Come on. Okay, I'm really not doing this like I should, but that's fine. It's my project. No one else is working on it besides me for this part. Okay, I'm gonna do this in a different color. Just probably because I probably should. Alright, I don't want to lose this over here. That's kind of a sneaky little part that I believe... Yep, totally colored. So if anyone's new that's dropped in, this is what we're trying to do. This very, very soft rendering on the hair and on the skin particularly. We've already done the arm. I did that off camera. I did some off camera mining. So we're just working on the hair for now. Okay, I think that down there is the last bit of it. Cool. Okay, we got the base colors in. Is that true? Yes. Okay. The eyebrows are that color. I'm just gonna go in and clean this up while we're here. Is that a different color? No. Some anime shade the eyelashes underneath the eyebrows differently. Or eyelashes underneath the eyebrows. Eyelashes underneath the hair differently. But we will not be doing that. And I shouldn't have to do really any cleanup here, although I guess I will anyway. And I realize I'm doing this on the wrong layer for some things, but that's fine. Okay, I am going to clean this up just because it's something we'll have to do eventually. Nothing will go over it, so we might as well just clean it up now. You guys aren't here for the insanity that was calculating this. Basically, I had to take this, which is pretty much nothing but really soft gradients and overlapping stuff, and then figure out a way for it to all be keyed out and feathered and masked in After Effects. Well, like I said, we'll get there. Oh, should grab that, whatever color that is. Boop. Boop. Okay. I am just gonna clean this up, I think, now. Okay. That all looks good. Oof, I was pretty sloppy here actually with the other part. It's fine, we're not gonna worry about that for now. Probably ever. It's not really a big deal. As much work as this one frame is, we're gonna have to do this for all of the frames in this cut, which is several. Oof. Okay, fine. Alright, just clean these guys up. Clean these guys up. Okay, that's a different color, that's a different color. We've got the color for the highlights of the hair. We've got all the little nooks and crannies filled in. Yes, yes, no. Bop, bop. Aha. Thought you could hide from me. Cut off. Okay, great. That looks pretty good for the cells on the hair. I don't think, let me just take another look at this. I don't think we're gonna have to do any crazy masking. No. I believe no crazy masking. Yeah, okay. We might have to. I might be reading this wrong. But I think we're good. Okay. Let's move on. There's just a couple more hard things that I want to get out of the way, like hard lines, hard shapes. So we'll get these guys out of the way. Hold on. No. Cool. Never mind. when we get to the skin, we're going to have to handle how this part is slightly lighter than this part. See how there's a color transition there? We'll do it the same way we did these. This is a lot more noticeable, but it's the same concept. Just splitting it up there and then feathering it out later, but we'll get there. For now, what did I just grab? Oh yeah. For now, I'm gonna put this back on. Take all this off. Perfect. Actually, I'm gonna take that color off because it's very similar and it's hard to see. Alright, we'll do this on top here. You know, we're gonna go old school here. I'm gonna do this as actual color lines and then we're gonna fill it in later. I think that'll be easier than trying to use a brush for it. Alrighty. So this is tough here because I think I'm just gonna have it start there, but that means that there won't be any gap here. Okay, I think that'll be good. I also really want to keep the nice subtle curve that's going on here. So there's this really nice shape there. And if it's too jagged, you know, or not jagged, but stiff, I guess. Yeah, like in here, it just gets a little bit stiff. A little bit stiff. These things are important, I think. Okay, this one's pretty straightforward. The brush that was used for this colors that I'm going over was a brush with opacity, so of course I have to make some decisions on what stays and what goes, kind of thing. That was probably mostly apparent here, how it is this box, but it tapers off here. And I have to figure out where the taper itself ends. Actually, that looks a bit high for me. I think I'm gonna leave it like that, maybe there. That looks good. Okay. Something else I could use on these nice locks curves is the curve tool. Bam, look at that, easy peasy. Going over here. These sort of S curves are a lot harder to do with the curve tool. I wish they weren't, but they are. This one's giving me some trouble. Like so. This one's more straightforward a bit. No, I want that to curve more. Perfect. Okay, let's try to speed this up. These are not going to be on the screen for very long. Oh, look at that. Done. And then all that's left to do is these little highlights. So I'm going to do those in a nice green, and I'm going to use a bigger brush for this because that's how they do it in Animate. We'll just do it like this for now. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. We'll see it in a bit. Try to make sure these shapes are varied or else it's not gonna look great. Different sizes and all that. Couple more random ones. Okay. Let's go back and check the reference. Yeah. I'm not really noticing any special behavior that needs to be calculated here, so I think we're fine to just stick with a pretty close to that. Let's turn those off and turn these back on. Let's see where we're at. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go in and fill these guys with what color was that? Take it here. Is it any different? No, great. Pop, pop. Is that colored? Nope. Cool. How about that? Yes. Great. I'm pretty sure those guys are both colored. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna turn all this red to the right color. So we've got that. And then I think since these highlights are pretty much where they're gonna be, I don't think there's any need to make these anything besides just the color they're supposed to be. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. That looks good. Is there any difference there? No, no difference there. Okay, let's do the final couple color changes. And I had those marked, didn't I? Oh, that above there. Yeah. Turn these guys on. Oh, whoops. I should probably do down here too, huh? All the way down here. Bop, no. Not quite. Bop, also still no. There we go. Okay, and that's all skin, so we'll handle all that later. Cool. This is looking pretty neat. The last thing I'm gonna do, and then we're gonna move back. What? Hold on. Okay. That's the goop. These are all the hair. This color. And then this is the base color. Cool. I am going to add one more. Skin. And to skin, I'm just gonna add whatever the base color is. That. It's such a pretty color. Oh, and I'm gonna make sure I do the difference too. Or maybe I won't do that now. Okay. I'll include the eyes here, why not? Just pretend it's the base layer. Okay, that's good enough for now. Just so we have a little bit of color relativity going on here. I know I'm not picking anything, but oh, whoops. Okay. My layers are getting all messed up. It's fine. Yeah, alright. So here's where we get into kind of difficult territory here. Basically what I have to do is I have to be able to key this color out, this color that I'm working with now, and feather it. And I need it to go underneath here. So what I have to do is make this a different color. So I can use it for both the yellow here and this lighter color. Is that real? That's not real. There, much better. Okay, so let's do that. I'll use a, what have I not used yet? Kind of a, one of these maybe. Match that line, and it's fine if it doesn't make sense what I'm doing right now. It will be clear. It will all be clear in time. So we'll do that, and we'll do that. Basically anywhere it gets covered by this highlight color we want. So if we bring this back, this color here is going to be going all over there. And so we'll do that. Nope. Do this like so. Hide that. And then we'll color this here. Great. And again, this will all make sense eventually. Cool. I think those are the only two spots. So we'll do down there now. And this probably won't even be visible if I had to guess, but we'll do it anyway. And I'm not going to do 2 colors. That's a little bit ridiculous. I'm going to do 1 color, and it's going to be the same color. And it will be... be kind of like so. Okay. That should be fine. I'm gonna get rid of the skin color, it's distracting. Okay. Oh, the yellow isn't good either. Okay, we'll just leave it off. I don't know, to me this looks pretty good. For just the hair? Nope. Forgot about that. Okay, great. Let's do the last stage here. Right. So the last part is we've got to do this shadow color. Oof. Oof. Okay. I'm gonna pull from that. And I'm not going to make it as strong as it is here. It's just going to be a light dusting. Because if there's too much of it here, it will very much overpower everything else, and I won't be able to feather it properly. That even might be too much. Let's see. Yeah, like that's too much there. Just a bit. Okay, that is very much not perfect, but I think it'll be good enough. Ugh, and I don't want to, but I'm gonna just that's already that color. Huh, okay. That's good to know. Time to change that. I'm gonna make this ever so slightly different. Ever so slightly different. Great. Oof, and I've got to make this ever so slightly different too. You know what? I'm just gonna make this a completely different color. Have I used that yet? Maybe. Okay. I will figure that out later. This too, actually. Figure that out later. Actually, I want a green. There we go. Okay. No, that green doesn't go at all. This is very important, guys. Very important. Better. Very important. Okay, there we go. All right, that looks good for the hair, honestly. So next time we'll go into After Effects and do the feathering. I think I'm gonna call it for now. But I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, it was shorter stream than I used to do, but I'm still getting back into it. Okay, that's that, and that's this, and that's been me. Have a good rest of your day. All right, bye.